Bro, imagine having a podcast. A podcast. A podcast. Wait, who am I? Hey guys, let's chat about. Yeah, good point. Like, couldn't be me, dude. It's so embarrassing. Some people have 2. Can you believe that? Imagine having 1. Some people have 2. I'm joking, of course. Podcasting is an art form. It should be respected. And it is important. In today's society, podcasts serve a special and important purpose. So today we're gonna watch clips from podcasts. Clips of good opinions, people saying things that are awesome, because I'm sure I've said my fair share of amazing things on the mic. So why not bask in the brilliance of others for a second? Shall we?
This life, we train men to be silent, and there's a reason for that. Men have very little emotions. What we do have, though, is extremely deep emotions, and when they come out, it's very dangerous. But on the other hand, I encourage all men to use self-hypnosis and to tell themselves every single morning how amazing you are, how great you are, how perfect.
Self-hypnosis. Self-hypnosis? Just every morning? Sitting in bed like, Hun, don't forget we're going to the farmer's market this morning, okay? Hun, can you get the stroller, please, from the garage? Thank you. Self-hypnosis, baby, that's the move. That's just weed. That's what weed is, self-hypnosis.
Tell me how you're excelling.
As a husband?
As a husband.
I could use multiple examples, but for one, I'll say one I most recently did. I'll be trying like a million tactics, right? Mm-hmm. One of my most recent, my wife, she didn't even realize I was doing it. One day I just randomly sent her, I always send, my thing is blue hearts. Sent her a blue heart. Love you, babe. Good morning. On my morning text. Mm-hmm. Next day, love you, babe. 2 hearts. Next day, love you, babe. I caught myself sending her just like three random hearts. And I said to myself, oh, let me see how long I could go on with this heart. Like every day, I'm gonna add an extra heart. Mm-hmm. I want to see how long, like this real talk, like little tactics. And I said, let me see if I could finish this thing throughout the year into the new year, right? Long story short, I messed up, right? Went 21 days. I don't know about you, or I felt good about 21 hearts, like straight, everything good, no arguments, no disagreements.
Good. It only lasted for 21 days. So you said 21 hearts.
Yeah, I'm giving you.
But that's the first example, the best example of exceeding and excelling as a husband?
Sending her emojis? Oh my God. Holy fuck, dude. These are awesome. Also, the fact that he described it as a tactic is so funny. It's not even like a genuine, just like good intentioned deed. It's just like, nah, I was scheming. This is a scheme. How do I get my wife to love me more? Dude, the only thing you had to do is just send her 1 more heart every day, which, by the way, first of all, it's like a weird thing, but I understand how it could be like a little like inside joke between you and your wife. You know, she's like, oh, every day he sends me 1 more. It's a stupid little thing, you know. There's tons of shit like that in relationships. It's so funny that after 21 days he forgot. Also, it's funny that he could have gotten to like 300 days, and it's just the longest. He's spending like an hour every morning just pressing hearts and counting them. That's what 21 hearts looks like right there. That's it. That took me about 5 seconds. Oh my God. Oh, that's so funny. He got called out at the end there too. The guy's like, that's the only example you have for exceeding and excelling as a husband is emojis? And then you fucking that up? All you had to do is send her fucking emojis, and yet you still fucked that up? You didn't even exceed or excel at emojis. He thought he was killing it too, the way he was describing that. He's like, man, take notes, all right? All right, fellow husbands out there? Take notes. If you want your relationship to last years longer, 2 more than, perhaps, then take notes, all right? Use this tactic. That's the key to relationships, by the way. Tactics. You gotta be constantly thinking about tactics. How can I dupe my wife into thinking I love her? Tactics, baby. Holy fuck, man. Make podcast equipment cheaper. We need more.
Anyone in my surrounding, if they don't call me king, I don't use the name Ben anymore. You either call me king or you cannot be in my circle. And there's a big reason for it. If they call me king, I have to act like a king. What it does is it engraves in my mind, in my heart, and in my soul that I am a king. Self-hypnosis is very powerful because whatever you put in your mind, you will be able to bring into the physical reality. And if you're not going to put it in your mind, it won't be anywhere. Just put that in mind.
Wow, okay. Okay, all right. I'm gonna make my friends call me king. I'm sure they're gonna love that. I'm sure they're not gonna bully me for that. I'm positive they're gonna be super cool with that and totally down as well. Imagine that if you have actual friends, if you have real friends with this guy, which this guy potentially does not. Imagine telling your friends that. Yo, boys, for real, before we leave, I wanna announce something, all right? Like, I've been on some self-hypnosis shit recently, so I demand you all call me king tonight. They'd be like, okay, Game of Thrones fan. This is a bit, right? Because it's a weird one. It's a weird bit. It's a weird bit. King is what you're supposed to say. Like, why don't you stay home tonight? We don't like this.
But assume what's the opposite of homosexual?
Heterosexual.
I would assume his ass is a homosexual. And he's different. So if he was not a homosexual.
You gotta say heterosexual.
A heterosexual. So if he was ahead of the sexuals, bro.
Ahead of the sexual. He's ahead of the sexuals? No, he's way ahead of the sexuals, man. All of us sexuals down here, that guy's way ahead of us, bro. He's on something else. He's asexual. He's ahead of the sexuals.
I'm gonna assume that you ahead of the sexuals and bro ahead of the sexuals too. I'm already ahead of the sexuals. So I'm assuming everybody who hangs with me is ahead of the sexuals, bro. If you're not ahead of these sexuals, then
ahead of these sexuals. Oh my god, I'm having a good time today.
How do you just put a gas station somewhere? Where do they get the gas? You know what I'm saying? How do you
truthfully not know the answer?
I swear on everything I love. Because listen to me first. There's grass right there, right? Under that grass, mud. Where's the oil? Listen, don't let me finish. That was not there. There was nothing there but open terrain and land. And they just decided, hey, we're gonna put a gas station here. How do they put down the gas pumps and then they just put a wire down or like a tube down there and then all of a sudden magical gas pops up? How do they get the gas in?
I'm about to take your beanie off and reset you. There's no way.
Oh my god.
That you are this naive to the world.
Okay, well, where's the tub of gas, right?
There's huge tanks at the bottom that they built, like massive tanks. And every night, maybe not every night, but every night, every other night.
So the tank's already there?
No, they build the tank.
Okay, see, this is an argument for why podcast equipment should exist. And people see shit like that and they're like, dude, podcast equipment should cost $5,000. No. We need more of this. We do. This is what I'm about. Saying dumbass shit on the mic. But like self-admitting to the fact that you don't understand things. You know what I'm saying? It's funny. This shit is funny. Who doesn't know? Who thinks that a gas station is just like they found gas on that corner and they're like fracking it or whatever? Like there just so happens to be gas at every corner in a city. God damn, that's good. That is an argument for why podcast equipment should be cheaper, if anything. We need more clips like that.
How many people can you call up and be like, yo, can you wire me $1 million? I'll send you, I'm good for it. Oh, you don't have those friends? I do. So I can tell you it's real. Oh no, there's no way. That's because you're a peasant. You don't understand these things. And in due time, be quiet. Think more than 4 seconds before you speak. Don't be reactive, be proactive. Listen, maybe I'm not wasting my time here. Maybe I'm trying to teach you something that's good for you.
Why are these all filtered like thirst traps? It's like finance thirst traps, you know? I'm a peasant, I'm a fucking peasant. Guys jacking off to these. Oh, call me a peasant, yeah. It's like weirdly masochistic to watch these, is it not? This guy's just dunking on you. You watch this shit and you're like, he just called me a peasant. Straight up, that's because you're a peasant. Fucking think before you speak. Okay, dad. Why are you talking to me like you're my dad? Just maybe think for 4 seconds before you open your fucking mouth, all right, you little turd? Okay, daddy, I am a peasant.
Yeah.
Hey, can you loan me $1 million? I'm good for it.
What? Are you doing the video right now?
Just, can you? I'm good for it, man. I just need $1 million.
I make $40,000 a year. I work at Jack in the Box.
All right. Thanks. For nothing. Bye. Damn, maybe I am a peasant. God. So much for my so-called friends. Guy won't even lend me $1 million. What a piece of shit. I work at Jack in the Box. Maybe start a podcast, idiot.
What's the animal in this world that you fear the least?
Fish.
Animal.
Fish.
Don't start. Don't. You're starting and I'm not.
A fish is an animal.
No, it's not. I'm talking about an animal. Like
Fish. Fish.
that's like saying like an ant. That's not an animal. Fish aren't animals. That's a sea creature.
A fish.
This is awesome. Fuck yes, dude. I know what he's thinking. Honestly, this is how I know I'm fucking dumb, is that like, I've also had this thought. He's getting insects. Is an insect an animal? Yes, it is. I know that. I know that. I was just acting. It's a rhetorical question. But some things are insects and some things are bugs. I know a fish is an animal, okay? I'm aware of that. I'm just saying I can kind of understand why where his brain is at right now. That's the reason why it's fucking this up.
Fish is an animal.
You can't go to the zoo and see a fish. They don't have zoo fishes.
There's actually so many fishes.
There's fish zoos? You can go to a fish zoo.
No, there's so many fish that they have their own fucking attraction called an aquarium.
That's different. That's like sharks and shit. No, that's why they have different names. I'm talking about an animal like a monkey, zebra. That's like saying a mammal.
You just ended yourself. If you would have said mammal, I would have gave you different answer. You said
mammal. That's what it is. That's what it is.
Animal.
That's not a fish.
Fish is an animal.
No, fish. Something with paws is an animal, dog, and fur.
Is a lizard an animal?
No. It's an insect.
What's
a reptile?
What are reptiles?
So reptile. What's a human?
So
are we animals? Are we animals? Because we're humans?
Mammal.
Exactly, it's a mammal. It's not an animal.
Which is an animal.
So we're animals. Animal! Listen, you said humans are mammals, right?
I can't
listen.
I can't.
Listen to my explanation. Just get into my brain for a second.
I don't want to get in your brain. That is a sick, lonely, cold, slimy place.
We're not an animal.
You are.
I'm an animal? I won. Comments! I won!
Explain it.
You explain it!
He's getting so pissed. Dude, I gotta start watching this podcast. I love this. I'm done with smart shit, alright? That's all I listen to is like shit to try and make me smarter. I need to be listening to this shit.
I'm an animal.
You asked me.
Yeah.
What animal am I least afraid of?
But you called me an animal.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you did. You just said I'm an animal.
You brought human beings into it.
Why
you
are you
sack of
screaming
toys.
at me?
Because your stupidity. Fish.
I'm talking about animals.
I don't care. Animal. I'm talking about cars. It's not a Mitsubishi.
Okay,
it's a car. What is the definition of a fish? What is it?
Aquatic.
Aquatic what? Aquatic what?
Aquatic creatures.
Animal.
You're saying you're this
I'm dying, dude. This is good.
same as a leopard. You're not a leopard. You're a white man from Dallas. You're not a leopard. I'm trying to tell you something.
Everybody is skipping the part where he said a lizard is an insect. This guy he's got a unique way of thinking, and I'm a fan. I gotta be honest. I'm gonna start watching that show.
You're probably average. I have these young guys coming up to me asking for a job, going, hey man, I can sell ice to an Eskimo. So what? Yeah. That's what I expect of you. I have guys that could sell a wet blanket riddled in smallpox to an Eskimo.
I've got guys that could have sold fireworks September 12th, 2001.
That's what I'm saying, dude.
What? What? Wait, this is a comedy sketch, right? Okay. Okay, this guy's a comedian. All right. Damn, that was good. That was really good. It's good parody, but it's good because it's not that far from what some of these dudes actually say. Like, I could picture this fucking guy saying that shit and then calling me a peasant and me jacking off to it. Let's just say that. Let's just get that out of the way right now.
Promo code.
Oh yeah, funny clip from our own show. Haha, very funny.
Promo code when you download
This is a classic one though.
Slash in the store.
Use code at
www.wacky slash. Download the at wacky slash.
How could anyone say that this is bad? All right? How could anyone say that this is bad? This is what podcast equipment was made for right here. This is why it was invented. The guy who invented the first fucking podcast probably knew somewhere in the back of his mind that it would get to this one day.
Download.
White people be like, bruh.
At
Wacky Slash.
Download the
epic chunkiest moment.
And at dot
bruh.
Download your
bruh.
I love it when my boyfriend leaves his
Wacky Slash. Wacky Slash. He on X Games mode.
Damn, that's good. I gotta check that show out. Seems like a pretty cool show.
You don't have to know anything as a manager. You just got to be really good at asking questions because your employees know the answers. They just need the confidence that you agree. Yeah. Tyler comes to me. He's like, the beam is not in the right spot. And then just cross your arms and just go, where do you think it should be?
Yep.
And then he goes, well, I think it's got to be a couple feet to the left. Why do you think it should be a couple feet to the left? Then he'll give an answer and you just keep answering questions.
And then you'd be like, I think you got your answer.
Boom.
If a peer or a higher up asks you a question, you don't have an answer, you just got to say, it's really just about finding balance. Like, what do you think we should do here with this beam issue? Honestly, it's about finding balance.
Balance beam.
And also, you should do a lot of managing by walking around. We'll just walk around, frown, look busy, ask how it's going, ask a bunch of questions. If someone brings up a complaint, I'll look into it. If you just say you're looking into stuff and that it's tied up with other people, you're off the hook.
Bro, I want a list of buildings that this guy is responsible for building, and I'm just never gonna go inside those buildings. I feel like if you're a manager, you should probably know how this shit works, should you not? I realize that this is probably like 90% of how everything works, as most managers don't know anything. They have decent people skills and they're good at bullshitting. But still, I would think that like, when you're dealing with a beam issue, you should know where the fuck, like, what can hold weight and shit like that, you know? I don't want to be falling through ceilings and shit because you didn't know anything. Listen, what I've started doing, I just make all my employees call me king, and they don't really fucking ask me questions anymore. It's kind of sick.
I made the conscious decision to stop washing my hands. I think when I was in college.
Was it college for you?
I don't know. That's when I remember it because one of my good friends from college also doesn't wash her hands, and it was like how we had that bonding experience. One day I was like, I'm just not gonna wash them. She was like, I'm not either. I don't wash my hands.
I don't really trust people that wash their hands because, well, one, I don't think it does anything to actually wash. It doesn't do anything to actually wash them.
I do wash if I go number 2.
They didn't used to wash them back in like the way back in the day when they didn't have, and you would go to the bathroom out in the outhouse. Nobody washed their hands then, and there was less diseases.
I sometimes, like, when my roommate's home, I'll have to like turn the water on because I'm like, I don't want them to think I'm like disgusting.
I'll like text. I'll like turn the water on and like take a text break and be
literally,
like,
I'm like, When you're at work and someone that you know goes into the stall, you're like, well, I guess I'll fake washing my hands now.
We're always in the bathroom with Kate, and I'm always like,
we also don't shower.
I'm gonna start a campaign. It seems like something that's big on like Twitter and podcasting and everything is like reverting back to like caveman times, like fucking me eating raw beef liver and not washing my hands and drinking raw milk. I'm gonna start a raw chicken campaign. That's probably, I mean, it's probably already a thing right now online, but you know, we don't need to cook our chicken. Fucking caveman never used to. Handle that raw chicken, eat it, and then don't wash your hands. Oh my god, when we first had our child, I was obviously like getting served a lot of baby shit. I still am. Like I'm in like the baby algorithm on everything. And there was this one clip of this girl being like, we have an infant or like a newborn and we don't put diapers on him because of Big Diaper. Big Diaper wants you to keep buying diapers. And we see it, we've sniffed that out. So like, I like hold him over the fucking outside. I'll just like hold him and he'll feel the air on his nuts and start just peeing. Which I guess might be true, but it's like, I mean, he's just gonna be constantly pissing and shitting over everything. Babe, the baby shit on the couch again. The couch is just covered in baby diarrhea. Can we please just put a fucking diaper on him or something? No, we are taking a stand against Huggies, all right? I'd rather sit in baby diarrhea all day long than give another cent to those evil scammers at Huggies. Big Diaper is evil.
Actually, no, there's not a lot of gold in the world.
Yeah, dude, I saw that.
There's only 225 tons of gold in the world.
There's only enough.
It's actually 244,000 metric tons. Dude, that's some shit that somebody would say at a party, and I would be like, whoa, that's crazy. I wouldn't even think that last guy, he had the right. That's how you actually think about that stuff. It's like, wait, well, but what about a gold ring then? That would be like a serious percentage of the world's gold. That's how you're supposed to think about those things. I would just be like, Yo, that's fucking wild, bro. That is wild. Damn. And then I would just never think about it again. Actually, no, I'd probably share that info on my podcast. I'd probably be like, bro, I heard the wildest shit the other day. Just spouting it off to people without ever checking or thinking about it. It's how to live. Bro, you know there's only 225 golds in the world? Straight up. Yeah, gold bars. Only 225 of those little fuckers. Yeah, bro. Yeah. Yeah, I know. I know. The ones that you see in the movies, Italian Job, all those fucking movies, those are fake. Yeah, they're props. Pretty wild. They probably are actually props, but...
My mom had really big boobs. So I remember my mom, my aunts, everybody. Like as a little child, the thing that I had to always avoid was like my aunt's tit, not to hit me in the head. And then coming here, all of a sudden, no women have boobs.
And you're like Floyd Mayweather. You're used to dodging.
I'm used to dodging, and all of a sudden, none of these women in my generation or the generation after me have boobs. But my question is, did they put something in the food to remove some of the hormones that will grow your boobs? Yeah. And then all of a sudden, they give you a solution, it's a boob job. But how come every girl in my gym doesn't have boobs?
That's a good point. That's a good point. Boob shrinking serum. I've long thought that might be in the water supply. It must shrink penises too. I think that would explain a lot.
Did you know that you are younger now than you are now? Isn't that concerning?
Okay. All right, so this guy makes like also parodies of podcast clips, but that one actually is true. Think about that shit, dude. You are younger now than you are now. That's just straight up true. You can't argue with that. That is what podcasting is for right there. I've never been so scared in my life. It is very concerning. I mean, it's kind of concerning. Like now you're older than you were now. Than you were now. Now you were older then than you were before. That's my conclusion on today's video, all right? Is that podcasting equipment should be free. It should be given out by the government to everyone because we need more of this stuff. Podcasting is good. It's good. And I'm a good podcaster. I am a good one, and I'm strong, and I am handsome, and I'm hot, and I'm sexy as fuck. And I'm gonna like this video right now on youtube.com, and I'm gonna click the like button. And I'm gonna subscribe if I'm not subscribed already, and I'm fucking handsome as hell. And I'm hot, and I'm smart, and I have good opinions.
What I took, but I took too many.